The American frontier was the birthplace for some of our greatest legends, our most memorable heroes. But as the wilderness gave way to cities and suburbs, we tended to forget the important contributions these men and women made to early America. But even though these are modern times, we can still learn a thing or two from these heroes. Shoot, that's why they're called legends. And that's why tonight we pay a visit to one of America's greatest legendary heroes, Davy Crocket.
My name is Mr. Wallace, and I will be your substitute teacher while Miss Penfield enjoys the quiet serenity of the Ides of March rest home.
Let's party!
All right, settle down, people, settle down. Miss Penfield tells me you've been studying the American frontier. Can anyone give me the name of an American hero?
Rocky IV.
Well, actually, I was thinking of someone from a bit earlier.
Rocky II.
You must be Ben.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh, from Miss Penfield. She had nothing but things to say about you. This is a coonskin cap. It has come to symbolize two things. One of them is Davy Crocket, the man we're going to begin studying today. The other is a very unhappy raccoon. All right, let's open our books to chapter 1, please.
I don't have my book.
Why is that?
My dog ate it. Yeah, he didn't like it either.
Get you another book.
He can have mine, sir. I committed it to memory.
I committed it to memory.
No, thanks. I think I want Ben to have this book.
Gee, thanks a lot.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Hey, you'll have the rest of the class time today to read the first 3 chapters to yourselves. Now.
Davy Crocket was born on August 17th, 1786, on the banks of the Nolechucky River in Tennessee. Whoopee. He quickly became known as the finest hunter and marksman in all of Tennessee. And for a frontiersman in Davy's day, these were important skills indeed. A typical day for Davy Crocket began at sunup with the chirping of the birds as the...
Whitey, cut it out. Whitey, I said cut it. Ow. Mr. Wallace? Whitey? Mom? Come on, you guys. This isn't funny, okay? All right, all right. It's a little bit funny. Now let me out of here. Wherever here is.
For the pie now, Davy.
Thanks, old Betsy. You never let me down.
You know, sometimes I think you love that rifle better than you love me.
Tarnation, gal. Betsy's just an old friend of mine. You're the only woman in the world for me, or my name ain't Davy Crocket.
What do you think, Ben?
I didn't do anything, and you can't prove it.
The book, Ben. What do you think of the book?
Oh. It's okay, I guess.
Oh, you give old Davy's story a chance. I think you might really get into it.
Oh, it's you.
Who are you expecting, Davy Crocket? Come on, we're all going out to the mall and pretend to throw up in front of the hot dog stand.
I was gonna read this book.
Come on, you're the best fake puker in class. And how come you're reading some stupid book anyway? I mean, school's out for the day.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's go puke! Honest, Mrs. Parker, there really was an earthquake. I'm surprised you didn't feel it. And you know how they say you shouldn't use an elevator after an earthquake? Well, I'm pretty sure they say you shouldn't use doors either. I think she bought it.
Shut up, Whitey. Why are you always getting me involved every single...
Hello, Whitey. Since I'm sure you both have a lot of homework, goodbye, Whitey.
Mom.
Ben.
Goodbye, Whitey.
Look. So how was school, Ben? Any notes, phone calls, or subpoenas I should expect?
Actually, I stayed clean.
More likely you just didn't get caught. Ben, what am I gonna do with you? Ever since your father died, and I'd have
to
to
go back to work, you've been like a different boy. I know. Hey, maybe I could quit school and get a job. Then you could quit your job, and I could support you for a while.
That's a great idea, Ben. That's a very good idea. There's a big future out there for a man with an 8th grade education. Do you have any homework?
Just some dumb reading.
All right, well, you start your dumb reading while I start our dumb dinner.
Mom, this is not your ordinary book. I'm not quite sure you want me to read this.
Does it have pictures of women with staples in their navels?
I don't think so.
Then I want you to read it.
Davy's reputation rapidly grew into legend, and soon it seemed as if everybody in Tennessee knew the exploits of Davy Crocket.
Looks like you're on the cover of Frontier People again.
Dang, 3rd time this month. You'd think in this entire territory there'd be somebody else they could write about.
Folks like hearing about you, Davy.
Well, it embarrasses me, Polly.
Well, Why don't you take your mind off it by doing some hunting?
Don't mind if I do. I just don't understand what they find so darn fascinating about me, Polly. I'm just like any other ordinary fella. Got that pesky housefly you've been complaining about.
That's nice, dear.
Howdy.
How'd you do that?
Do what?
First you were in front of me, then you just... Never mind. You know something? I don't even think you're Davy Crocket at all. I think that stupid substitute slipped me a Mickey.
Well, first of all, I am Davy Crocket, and second of all, I'd like to know who you are and where you got these funny duds you're wearing.
What's it to you?
Oh, boy, you got an attitude on you. I don't know where you're from, but folks around these parts talk respectable to one another.
Where are these parts anyway?
Tennessee. Where else?
Okay, I'll play along with your game, all right? Do you want to know where I'm from? Back east. Yeah, I'm from back east. I'm out here in these parts visiting relatives.
The devil, you say. Who?
You! Yeah, you. You know your mother.
Well, I seem to recollect her.
Yeah, well, I'm her cousin's uncle's son's brother. Yes, name's Ben Parker.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place, cuz? Let's go hunting. So, Ben, what's the city boy think about his first good hunt in the Tennessee canebrake?
Definitely boss, man. He must have killed enough food for a month.
Yeah, well, did fair to middling.
Midland? Man, you didn't miss one shot. Hey, I'd like to see you go against Rambo. Boom.
Rambo? What tribe's he with?
I'm not sure.
Well, if it's a peaceful tribe, I'd probably just walk right up and tip the cap and say how do. I don't take truck with fighting them that ain't harmed me or mine.
You don't? Oh. Hey, can I shoot your gun?
Well, I reckon so. A man's got to learn to shoot if he's gonna eat.
Far out, man. What can I shoot?
Well, let me see. How about that hickory nut third limb up on the right there? That'll cock back.
Or how about a nice big raccoon? Hey, raccoon, make my day.
Sit down, boy.
What'd you do that for?
Out here, a man only shoots what he has to shoot to live on.
Excuse me.
Hey, they got Muppets in Tennessee.
Aren't you Davy Crocket?
That'd be me.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll save you some trouble and come on down from this tree. I'm no match for you. Oh, shoot.
I'll tell you what, little feller. Why don't you just skedaddle on home to your wife and kids?
You mean that? Oh, of course you mean it. Everybody knows Davy Crocket never speaks anything but the truth. Bye, Mr. Crocket.
Don't mention it.
Cute. How'd you do it?
Do what?
Make it look like that raccoon was talking just so I wouldn't shoot him. Why'd you let him get away, man? I could have blasted him, no sweat.
You know something, boy? Your bucket's full of water, but you just don't seem to be able to pull it out of the well. I told you, it takes more than just one easy shot to get me to fire old Betsy.
Old Betsy. Look, man, you know as well as I do I'm not from back east. You and that dork, Mr. Wallace, just hooked up his plan to...
Now, here's something. What?
What?
Walk real careful like, boy. We got to get downwind before he... He's got our scent.
Who does?
Bear over there. Dang, no time to reload.
Baby, you can't fight that bear with your bare hands.
Fight a bear with my bare hands. That's a good one.
Davy, what are you doing?
running him down.
Right. You did it! You actually did it!
I reckon I did.
Hey, you do this a lot?
Well, counting today, once.
You could have ripped your face off. Weren't you scared?
Scared her than a tree'd stunk. Well, of course, that helped a little with the grinning, too.
Then you were scared.
Ain't nothing wrong with being scared, Ben. Only a fool's not scared when he's facing danger. Of course, I got one rule of thumb I always go by. I say to myself, make sure you're right, then go ahead.
Make sure you're right, then go ahead.
That's right.
You think that works, huh?
I still got my face, don't I? Want some coffee?
What's with you? You never read. You wait until the movie comes out.
Whitey, this ain't no ordinary book. It's... Ah, never mind. Skip it. I'm okay.
Right, let's go trash some sixth graders' lunch.
Nah, we did that yesterday. Besides, it's kind of wasting food. Can't we just, like, throw one of their guys into the girls' room or something?
What do you care? It's not our food. What's the matter with you?
Like I said, Skip it. I gotta go get a head start on our reading for Monday.
Reading? You're hopeless.
In 1813, war broke out between the settlers and a tribe of Indians known as the Creeks. The army sent to stop them was headed by Andrew Jackson. Though Davy's wife, Polly, pleaded with him not to fight, Davy went ahead and volunteered, and Jackson wisely made him his chief scout.
Why, Ben, you old son of a gun, where you been the last 8 years? You just up and disappeared on me.
Sorry, Davy, I had to go.
Those Indians are shooting at us.
Yep, those are the Creeks, too. Pretty good shots. Might not be a bad idea, son, if you ran behind that rock and ducked. You know, I got more and more respect and admiration for these Indians, Ben. It's a pity we're fighting on opposite sides of this war.
Is that you, Davy?
General Jackson, over here.
The guy in the money.
Anything to report, Colonel?
Well, I think I found the Indian camp.
Where would that be?
Well, right over there.
We don't want to be jumping to the conclusion. Are you sure?
Well, all the signs seem to point to it. There was tracks over there earlier today, and then just this morning, I seen some smoke signals coming from that direction.
I wish we had more to go on. Then your hunches always seem to be right. If you say there's Injuns over there, that's good enough for me. I'll prepare the men, and then we'll launch a counterattack tonight. You think you can hold them off till then?
Well, probably, sir, but, you know, I've been thinking. I wish we could just go over there and palaver with them a little bit, you know? Maybe we could work this whole thing out.
Carn sarn, Crocket. The Injun savage don't understand the white man's talk. All he understands is killing. I'm launching an attack tonight.
Yes, sir.
Who's the boy?
Oh, that's Ben Parker. He's kinfolk from back east.
Son, you better come back to the camp with me. We'll be a lot safer
Hey,
there.
man, I'm not going anywhere. I'm no chicken.
General, things seem to have quieted down a little bit. I think you'll be safe here with me.
Well, I'm off.
I'll say.
Little brat.
Well, I sure wish we could palaver instead of this. Ben, it's gotten too quiet around here.
Oh, Davy!
Looks like we got ourselves one golly whomper of a problem here, boy.
Well, palaver to the max.
Master.
Well, looks like you're going to be able to keep your hair after all, son. They're not going to hurt us now.
How do you know?
Well, frankly, it's your clothes. They think you're a little, touched.
Crazy? Me crazy?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, son. These people attach a special importance to that. They think that folks that are, well, different have a special connection to the great spirits. You and those fancy duds of yours just, might have saved our hides.
I saved Davy Crockett's life. Hey. Come in.
Ben, I'm a little concerned. I haven't heard from your principal in 2 days now. Have you been cutting school again?
No, Mom. I'm just trying to work with you and get an education, like you said.
Forgive me for sounding cynical, but after years of not listening to a word I say, why would you suddenly start now?
Maybe I'm growing up.
Maybe I'm Meryl Streep.
Look, Meryl, if it'll make you feel any better, I'll go down to school early tomorrow morning and let all the white mice out of the science lab again.
Never mind. Listen, why don't you and Whitey take in a movie tonight on me? I hear there's a Steven Spielberg film at the Rialto.
Oh, that's all right, Mom. I'd rather read.
I did say it was a Steven Spielberg movie.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
And I mentioned it was on me?
Uh-huh.
Really is a history book.
Maybe I ought to skip a little ways past that Indian War. Davy Crockett's exploits in the Indian Wars made him a hero. And like all heroes, he sometimes became bigger than life. As stories about Davy became more plentiful, it became more and more difficult to tell truth from legend.
Hey, don't you worry about old Death Hug. He's a pet of mine.
Death Hug?
Yeah, actually, he's more than just a pet. He's part of the family around here. Hey, he even knows a trick. Hey, Death Hug, show Ben here how you won't kill him. See there? Most bears will just stand right up and eat you for lunch, but not old Death Hug. He's tame as a belly scratch pup. Oh, okay. Coming right up.
What does he want?
Pipe.
Your bear smokes a pipe?
I know it's a bad habit, but beats cigars. And you know what they say? Man's best friend is his bear.
It's good to see you again, Davy.
Good to see you, too, man.
So, what's new around here? How's Mrs. Crocket?
Well, I'm afraid she passed away a few years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, you know, I've been in a lot of jams in my lifetime, but that's the most difficult trial I've ever had to face. Of course, you being a young'un might be a little hard for you to understand.
I understand. My dad died a couple of years ago. Still miss him. I guess I always will.
Well, you gotta go on. I know that's the way Polly would have wanted it. Here a while back, I met a young widow woman. We got hitched up. Just between me and you, though, Ben. Ain't a day goes by that I don't think about my old Polly.
Yeah, I think about my dad a lot, too.
Caleb, you and the boys out doing a little howling and prowling?
Me and the boys is hog set on doing some coon hunting. You want to join us?
Coon hunting? Ain't no moon till a week from Thursday. Why, you boys will be bumping into each other like a bunch of pig-eyed mules in a steeplechase.
But, Davy, she's as bright as noon out here. See, there's a big old harvest moon a-grinning just as big as you please.
Yeah, and it's getting bigger every minute. Ben? Ben, run in there and get my almanac off that shelf in there, will you, please?
No way, man. Maybe it's a UFO or E.T.
Don't be daft, boy. That's the M-O-O-N.
You boys is both wrong. It ain't the moon, and it ain't no UFO or it, neither. That there is a comet.
Comet?
Who cares what it is, as long as there's light for hunting. Let's go.
Hunting? Are you crazy? Don't you guys watch Star Trek? I mean, man, if that thing hits, it'll destroy the Earth.
I'm afraid Ben just might be right, boys. I'll be back directly.
Davy, what are you doing?
Making sure I'm right, then I'm going ahead.
This mean we ain't going hunting?
Hey, we're saved!
Sure is dark without that there comet. Guess that kills the coon hunt. Now, come on, boys. Let's go gig some frogs.
Yeah, but you guys can't just...
Well, the boys take off?
Yeah, they said something about playing music with frogs or something. Davy, I can't believe that you did that. I mean, how'd you do it?
How'd I do what, boy?
Davy, nobody can just go out and do what you just went out and did. It's impossible.
Nothing's impossible, son, as long as you believe you can do it.
Oh, come on, Davy. You never saw a comet before in your life. You really mean to tell me you believed you could just grab one by the tail and throw it back where it came from?
Well, I wasn't the only one to believe, Ben. I had help.
Who?
You.
Me?
I didn't do anything.
Well, now, when I went running up that mountain to tussle that shooting star, I didn't see you pulling at my breeches leg trying to stop me.
Well, I was scared.
Bull feathers, boy. You wasn't scared. You had faith in old Davy. And if there's one thing that can push a man against stacked odds, it's knowing he's got a friend counting on him to come through.
This is turning into one heck of a Friday night.
What on earth are you doing? It's the middle of the night.
Just a little reading, Mom.
You better get some sleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Davy Crockett's exploits were so well known that pretty soon the people of his community elected him to the state legislature.
Ben, is that light going out?
Yeah, Mom. Night, Mom.
Davy proved to be a wise legislator and was later elected to the Congress of the United States. And so Davy Crocket, frontier hero, was off to our nation's capital, known in those times as Washington City.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know where I could find Davy Crocket? I should say not. That backwoods bumpkin is an embarrassment to politics and Washington society. Him? She looked in a mirror lately?
Young man, I'll thank you not to talk to my wife in that tone of voice.
especially dressed like that.
Yeah, well, this is how we dress back east.
This is back east.
Did I say back east? Well, you know, I meant back west. I don't care what anybody says. Davy Crocket is a neat guy. He's not an embarrassment to anybody.
Howdy. I guess they must have had another appointment.
Your soup, sir?
Soup? Tell you what, I'll just have a big, thick, juicy bear steak. Oh, I'm sorry, Death Hug. I'll tell you what, make that sow snouts and possum belly.
We do not have sow snouts and possum bellies, sir.
All right, then. How about collard greens and ham hocks?
We do not have those either.
You see what I mean? You show up late and they run out of all the good stuff. Tell you what, I'll just have dessert.
Very good, sir. Tonight we have a brand new dessert invention called ice cream.
Iced cream? I'll try anything twice. I tell you what, bring me a big glass of that there ice cream. Oh, and tell you what, a gallon of your best clover honey. Make that sage honey. He gets the hiccups with clover. Woo! It's quieter than a cottontail-on goose down in here. Something wrong?
Congressman Croquette, this is a formal dinner. Perhaps it would be better if you left the wild animal outside.
Oh. Wait a minute. He's not no wild animal. Old Death Hug behaves himself just as respectable as a lot of people I know. Well, I'm sorry if I've offended anybody. Waiter, we'll take our dessert outside. Come on, Death Hug. Dang! If it had meant no pets allowed, they ought to put no pets allowed on the invitation. Of course, I should have known something was wrong when I saw that nobody else brought their bear.
Hey, Davy.
Ben, good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Hey there, Death Hug.
Oh. Well, you just keep doing that disappearing act. Though I must admit, last time I tried to get in touch with you.
You did?
Yeah. And you know the strangest thing? My mother's cousin's uncle's son didn't even know he had a brother.
You're kidding. Well, you lose touch over the years.
Yeah, I guess you did.
Your ice cream, sir.
Oh, thank you very kindly.
And some honey for the, bear, gentlemen. How do you like it, sir?
It's fine, just fine. Tastes kind of like a snow under a maple tree. Want some, Ben?
Yeah. Could I get it in a cone? Never mind. Hey, isn't that wuss General Jackson?
Now, wait a minute, boy. That there's a great military leader we're looking at, and contrary to what you might think, he's a brave man.
So that's why General Jackson's your friend?
Well, he's President Jackson now. I'm not too sure that he still considers me to be a friend of his. It seems like we kind of locked horns over a bill he was keen to pass here a while back. It would have put a lot of innocent homesteaders off of their land, Ben. I just could not, in good conscience, vote for it. Yeah. Old Hickory didn't look too favorably on that, so, yeah, don't matter, the bill didn't pass anyway.
Some friend. No wonder he never made it higher than the $20 bill.
You know something, Ben? I just don't seem to be able to get the hang of this town. Seems like no matter what I try to do, I always wind up offending somebody.
Ah, Davy, they told me I could find you out here.
Oh, Mr. President, you remember Ben here?
No.
Indian War, 17 years back?
Yeah, I was the one who didn't run.
Oh, yes, of course. Year's been mighty kind to you, son.
Is that a wig or what?
Where?
Never say wig around a Democrat.
Davy, I wonder if I might have a word with you alone?
Certainly, sir. Excuse us, Ben.
You know, Davy, I'm counting on your support on this upcoming Indian land bill. I don't want to be disappointed like I was on that Homesteaders Act.
I've got to be honest with you, Mr. President. That bill just don't sit well with me.
What is it this time?
We signed a treaty with those Indians, guaranteeing them the right to live on those lands forever. And now, just because a bunch of greedy, rich white men find an opportunity to get a little richer, all of a sudden we're going to send those Indians back into who knows where. It don't seem right to me.
Need I remind you that we are talking about the very same Indians that you and I fought against?
They was only fighting for their homeland, same as we were.
Well, then let me put it this way. I want your vote. And if I don't get it, as far as I am concerned, you can kiss your political career goodbye. Now, do you understand me?
You've made yourself very clear, Mr. President.
That's good. That's very good.
What do you want? Hit you up for a loan or something?
He wants me to vote for his Indian land bill. Says if I don't, my career in Washington's in a mess of trouble.
Well, you'll show him, won't you, Davy? Davy? Yo, Davy.
And so, in conclusion, I believe that the bill before us today is not only in the best interests of this great and fair nation of ours, but also in the best interests of the Indians.
Well, you're next. I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when you give them that speech.
Maybe I ought to just forget about it, Ben. I can't compete with speechifying like that.
What? What's he got that you haven't got?
Well, for one thing, I can only talk out of one side of my mouth at a time.
They'll have the thrill and adventure of moving to a brand new land and making a lot of new friends. What's more, we are willing to guarantee the Indians in writing that they will love their new homes. And I assure you, we will stand by that promise with the same firm resolve with which we have stood behind all our other promises to the Indians.
Listen to all that hand clapping out there. I don't think anything I'd say would make any difference.
This does not sound like the Davy Crocket I know. What happened to faith, imagining, grinning down grizzlies?
I've learned a whole lot in the last few years, Ben.
No. No, you are not going to tell me that all the stuff you've been teaching me about being right and going ahead is bunk. Because if that's how you feel, then there's no reason for any of us to try to change things. Heck, Davy, if the great Indian fighter is afraid to stand up to a bunch of nerds in monkey suits, then what chance is a big-mouthed goof-off like me got?
You're talking about a whole nother thing, Ben.
No, I'm not. Are you sure you're right?
Yes, I am.
Then go ahead.
Our next speaker will be the congressman from Tennessee, the Honorable David Crocket.
Thank you, Mr. Congressman. I'm reminded today of a remark made by the great Indian leader, Red Jacket, in this very building. He was shown a panel of a mural which depicted the first landing of the Pilgrims. It showed an Indian presenting the Pilgrims with an ear of corn as a token of friendly welcome. Well, old Red Jacket, he looked at this mural and he said, that was good. You see, Red Jacket believed that these visitors, these Pilgrims, came from the same great spirit he did. And so he was happy and willing to share the fruits of the soil with them. But then Red Jacket turned around. He saw another panel of the mural. This one representing our early treaties with the Indians. To this, Red Jacket said, all's gone now. Well, there was a great deal of truth in Red Jacket Short's saying, and the bill before us today is testament to it. Gentlemen, this bill is wrong. Dead wrong, and no matter how many ways you twist it, turn it, and twirl it around, it's always going to be wrong. Now, if I should be the only member of the House who votes against this bill, and the only man in the United States who disapproves of it, I will still vote against it. And it will be a matter of rejoicing to me until the day I die.
All right, Davy, yeah! Ah, and the crowd goes wild. Ah, Davy, Davy, Davy.
All right, that does it. You have just lost your homework privileges. You are absolutely forbidden to do any more homework for the next 2 weeks. You can go to the movies, you can play with your friends. If you were old enough to drive, you could do that, but no more homework. You will get this book back when you're ready to leave for school on Monday morning and not a moment before. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Today we'll be reviewing the chapters that cover Davy's farewell to politics and his participation in the Texas War for Independence as the leader of a group of Tennessee volunteers.
Can we just get right to where he gets croaked at the Alamo? That was really rad.
Get out of here. Nobody could kill Davy.
I'm afraid Whitey's right, Ben.
No, I gotta stop him! And so Davy headed off to Texas to help the young nation in its struggle for independence. Davy, I gotta talk to you.
Ben, long time no see.
Davy, you can't go to Texas.
How'd you know I was even going to Texas?
Look, I'm not from here.
Well, I know that. You're from back east.
No, I'm not. I'm from the future. Now, I know it sounds weird, but you gotta believe me. I know what's gonna happen to you in Texas. I'm from the future. Why do you think I dress this way?
I always thought it was just bad taste.
Look, Davy, you can't go, okay? Trust me on this one.
You keep saying that, boy, but why?
Because you're gonna die there.
I see. Well, if that's what's going to happen to me, then what's going to become of Texas? Mexico going to keep her?
No. Texas will become a state. And she'll have oil and cotton and a good football team.
Well, that sounds like something I'd want to become a part of. And, you know, we don't want to be messing around with history, Ben.
Come on, Davy. Why don't you wait a few years? Then you can go to California. You can discover gold there. I'll even tell you where they found it.
Ben, I'm sure I'm right, and I'm going ahead. I almost forgot that once a long time ago, but this peculiar kid with these funny-looking duds refreshed my memory. You know I've got to go, don't you? You take care, Ben.
Come on, Ben. Let's go back to class.
Geez, some old geezer bites the dust 100 years ago and the mighty Ben Parker wimps out.
Shut up! Maybe if you guys spent a little less time goofing off and a little more time studying, you could learn something, too.
Ha! Look who's talking about goofing off.
You know, you're right. But now I know better. I'm not going to hide behind being a wise guy anymore. When I'm right, I'm going ahead.
That does it, punk. Get ready to bleed.
Stop it!
Oh, you're not even gonna defend yourself? It's gonna be a pleasure beating you to pulp. What are you grinning at? Stop that. Get it?
How'd you know he wouldn't have hurt you?
Made sure I was right, then I went ahead.
All right, leave your books on the desk, please. Tomorrow we're going to begin our discussion of Abraham Lincoln. Oh, Whitey, why don't you take this home with you? Get a head start.
Have a good time in Illinois.
And so we end our story, but there's really more to tell. Old Davy rode to glory when the Alamo fell. A legend of America, he'll keep us strong and free. Old Davy Crocket, he's a page from history.